this is okay. So we since Friday we cooked up about like 15 pieces of legislation. Everything from the materials to the mechanic shops to the this and the that and the this and the that. Yeah. We push it out, right? Start talking to folks. You know, we had the meeting, mechanic shop. I got this. I had Blaine County. I had Cassidy. All this context is gonna help.
Okay.
I'm with Peters, right? I'm trying to ask him some questions about LSPD. Plus, I got up by Eugene's, right?
Why? Who?
Fucking no. By this person. I don't know. It was strange.
Okay.
So I go to Peters. I'm giving him my statement. We drive up to Blaine, and Cassidy starts crying about shit, about how no one's coming to help him. Peters and LSPD has to fix it because Forehead and company are over by the toll booth, right? Doing like border patrol shit. And they think we're like in on it. And he shit to me, and I fucking pop off on him, right? Like I haven't talked to you in 6 weeks. Where the fuck are you getting this information about me? And why are you so fucking confident? Like, who does that? You know what I mean? Like, where?
Yeah, for sure.
So I decided to be the bigger man, bring him into a meeting room, and I'm like, listen, let's fucking hash this out. What's the problem? They tell me that people don't want to fucking come on duty and all this, like, this and that because of the whole anti-Blaine County shit. So I'm like, what's the problem?
Realize that's not your doing?
So they think it is. But and some, I don't know. They're fucking brain dead.
Fucking morons.
They need a fucking they need an enemy, right? So it gets worse, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I've been talking about Blainers and little things here and there, but it's like light shit. You know what I mean? Like it's some spice. Like what the fuck? Like you want to just like live your life just fucking like, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, 100%.
Like fucking just pressing buttons all day. And so, but anyways, I'm like genuinely trying to understand these guys. They told me, aren't you guys trying to push us out of Blaine County? I'm like, how? Bones brings up legislation that's only on my PC, on my laptop. And apparently these guys have been bitching about it and talking about it when it's not.
Guys, just give me a minute. I'm just having a meeting with Nino. If you guys don't mind to back up. Continue.
And they've been talking about it and bitching about it, and nobody even went and looked at it themselves because they're referencing shit that is only on my laptop. So first off, how am I supposed to? It's already awkward enough that I gotta bring it up, but it's already out there. So like, what are you supposed to do, right? Like I have the mind that I should sue them. Like I have two options, right? And I'd rather take the second, which is to sue them in the fucking city, right?
Yeah.
Like, so check it. It's over a toll booth, and citizens of Los Santos, if you do a crime here, you can say, I don't want to go to Blaine.
Yeah.
That's what they're crying about. So I tell them we're going to dial it back. Next day, they go and they appeal to all the legislation. Pretty much if any of this stuff doesn't vote, there's going to be no businesses for a month.
Jesus Christ, bro. By the way, a heads up. I was in Senior Buns, right?
Yeah.
And
the clowns and Leah Strong. Yeah.
Between me and you, keep it to us.
Yeah.
But Ursula was talking to Kay, and Ursula's getting this huge petition going.
Oh yeah, she did it as well.
Legislations of yours.
Oh, it gets worse. It gets worse, Vinny. I know about that.
Okay.
Someone in the DOJ or the DOJ changed up the entire shit the day after we posted all our legislation.
Oh, sick. That's sick.
It gets worse.
Sick.
All this contention happened at the same time last night. So it all went to vote. And we don't know who did it. Only reason I know is because we've been digging. And if this, like I said, if it doesn't go up, it's like a month. Like, I'm going to be real with you. Everyone is demoralized. We don't even know why it's
do people just have to bitch? Like, are they just that miserable in fucking life that they just... always got to just yap. Like, I
Yeah.
don't understand.
I don't think so either. And like I said, given where some of this shit is coming from to begin with, how do you even fight it? You know what I mean? This is literally personal. It has been
100%
personal from the very beginning. And there will be a million reasons written, explained as to what the issues are. But not once has anyone approached me with actual issues that we have not resolved.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm gonna be real with you, Nino.
Yeah.
This fucking city is beyond cooked the way people are in this city. I'm just gonna be very blunt about it. These people in the city are so cooked, it's not even funny.
Look, if you were at that mechanic meeting, you'd understand like how fucking
I would have probably shot Mary 100%.
Bro, it is actually fucking insane. So here's the thing, right? As it stands, as it currently stands, everything is gonna get appealed. Votes are gonna happen randomly. We're not gonna have any time to plan for it, and there's gonna be a fucking it's gonna be fucking insane.
Oh, great,
I have people.
Great.
Apparently, you've got like Leia Strong going around saying that we didn't tell anybody anything. I put out multiple notices.
Take that phone call. I'm just gonna let this guy know.
No. Well, look, listen. I'm gonna cut to the chase. I'm starting a fucking political party. This entire, it's gonna be block voting. Anything people want is going on that legislation. I don't give a fuck. Like they want to see fucking
them win, bro.
What do you mean? It's gonna be a million times better, because what's gonna happen otherwise is literally people that have no care will just fight legislation just so it doesn't pass. This is how bad it is. Two of the pieces of legislation, Vinny, I wrote for the clowns. I agreed that we will talk this morning and we'll update it because they had some concerns and we were going to subsidize them, and then they did it overnight. We don't even know. We can't even know why someone appealed it. So you could appeal it and just say, I don't like this. 25 votes.
25 votes, and then it gets appealed. Like what?
How do you? Why would you? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's actually insane.
It's actually brain dead as fuck, if you want me to be honest. Like,
I would not have been able to mobilize last night if I didn't check my email while I was in bed. And then
The thing is, are you the mayor, or like you are the people in the city the mayor and they control everything because you do something that's going to benefit the city? One person out of 3 million fucking people that are in the city doesn't like it. They get 25 of their friends to sign it, and then bang, it gets appealed, and then they change it. What is the sense of you even being fucking mayor?
But and you know what's crazy about it? I've got one set of folks crying that the legislation's too long, and then I have a set of individuals that want more in it. And the thing is, they only tell you from the side. They have not approached me. They don't want to talk. They only want to fucking bitch. So I'm going to show them how it's done. This political party is probably starting this week. Okay. It is going to be like, I'm going fucking full blown policy arc. Like, I'm talking, I want to repeal everything in Blaine, vote their shit down, and block vote the fuck out of everything.
Good.
And then scrutiny for every piece of change will be made public. I promise transparency. I want votes, but doing it this way, it's fucking malicious.
Yeah, it 100% is malicious what they're doing. You know, it's fucking. You want me to be honest, bro? Like, I feel like, how do I say this not sounding like a douchebag?
Yeah, they're already doing douchebaggy shit.
Well, to me, what this sounds like is a huge ego fest.
It is.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's going to be fucking spicy. Actually, I need you to help me mobilize people and tell people to vote yes on everything.
Okay.
If we get over this hurdle, these businesses are gonna pump.
Can we start like back in the day when you used to hire me to like tell me to go kill people? Like start killing people again?
Listen, that's not here. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, when I say the gloves are off, the gloves are fucking off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, whatever you need, I got you. So just let me know and I'll start fucking yapping to people.
I need literally, it's very simple messaging. Blaine County and the clowns repealed everything. They're asking for stuff that's unconstitutional. They didn't even talk to Nino. Nino invited him. If we don't get yes on all this shit, literally there will be no businesses for a month based on how the process works.
Perfect. I'll make sure I write that all down and I say it.
Okay. The last thing is, oh fuck. If there's any concerns with it, we're already planning on updating these things as people find problems.
Okay.
Right? Nothing can be perfect the first time through. But apparently bozos don't understand that shit.
You see this car?
Yeah.
This car fits you. I'm selling it.
Oh, the Fudo?
No, come over here.
Oh, I was gonna say. I might be down. Listen.
It's 100. It's 120 in Mosley's. I'll give it to you for fucking 70.
Yep. All right. I appreciate it.
All right. Just
let
me
Kay know
but
I need to talk to him
shit.
ASAP.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good.
Yeah. And yeah, like I said, political party is gonna get real fucking sweet, real fast.
It is. Fuck them.
Yeah. I think they actually want a fucking border. I swear to God. I just don't understand how they can be fucking bitching and crying up there, and then they come down into the city and block all the businesses from being able to be open.
You heard that, guys? All of Blaine County, BCSO, and the fucking clowns are appealing everything that Nino has put out on legislation. And because of that, everything is being held up. So people that have businesses that want businesses will probably be blocked out for over a month because of it, because they're just appealing everything. But they have nothing to do with the city. But because they can get 25 votes on something, they're literally trying to change the whole constitution and what Nino's trying to do on legislation. So because of them up north, you're all going to be fucked if you want a business.
It makes it worse. I asked them to bring everything to vote. They told me no.
How does their like vote even count if they're in Blaine County? Like, isn't that separate?
It's not. We've been trying to make it that way. They came to my office 2 days ago saying like how bad it is, the anti-Blaine stuff. And I told them, listen, I'm willing to work with you on the legislation. And they went and pulled this overnight. It went up overnight. I only learned about it while I was in bed. So they get nothing out of this. They're doing it out of hatred. It's that simple.
What the fuck? Wait,
Yeah.
so
I mean,
hang on,
from everything I've read, I actually do like a lot of your suggestions. Like, I mean, like, so like Ursula was down at the food courts, kind of like talking about like, you know, the taxing of the food courts and so on and so forth, and like a lot of people were unhappy because a lot of the negatives were kind of brought up, but like the positives just kind of swept over, you know?
Yeah.
Like, the idea behind it is to make sure that the people who are actually owning those businesses actually like run them.
Thank you. That's exactly it. And the thing is,
instead of just sitting on them and saying, hey, you can buy this off me for $2 million. Oh, you don't have that? See you later.
That's exactly it. And every single dime that they put in with tax, they get back with subsidies, because we pay them for all the PD food. We're going to be paying them for other things. The only idea is make sure you got revenue. That's it.
Yeah, make sure you open. Make sure you open.
Yeah. It's
like, can't Andy like overrule any of this shit? Like, I'm so confused. Where the fuck is she doing with her fucking county?
Andy is completely fucking useless.
Wait, what?
I'll tell you exactly this. She goes to every high command meeting. I know this because I was told this. Number two, she sits with them and she even brings them down here to take money out of our accounts. So Blaine County, so we end up, it pays out of our accounts. I did get I had to talk to the marshals to switch up our shit. When I have approached her, she doesn't say anything, but she actually pulls these strings up there, and she's likely the one behind repealing all our businesses. Like, if I told you how dastardly the way they went about this, you wouldn't believe it.
Like, if she's planning on doing this, like, purposely, isn't that considered theft?
That's what we were trying to say. It's actually insane.
And I don't understand why they even tried to block the mocap one. That only benefits everyone with cheaper repairs.
That's exactly it.
Like, yeah, it makes zero sense to me. Like that one to me makes it feel like it's maliciously done.
They're doing shit to do shit because they feel that Nino is trying to excommunicado Blaine County. So the fact that they have a right to appeal everything that Nino's been pushing through for the city, because there's no barrier on it right now, they're literally just doing it out of pure hatred towards Nino.
Yeah.
That's the fucking problem.
The worst thing about it is, it's the people of Los Santos that are going to end up paying for it.
Yeah.
Like,
not them up there, because then Andy will turn around once everything gets changed here. Andy's going to start her own shit up there, and everything's going to be separate. But yet, Blaine County was able to fuck over the whole city of Los Santos solely just because of the pure hatred towards Nino.
Yeah.
Because you could be any Joe Schmo on the street, a legislation gets fucking approved. Oh, I don't like this for whatever reason. 25 votes, they appeal it. It goes to DOJ, and DOJ votes on it. And if they feel like, yeah, hey, fuck it, we're gonna drop this, they drop it.
I mean, has she tried to pass anything at all in her terms? Blaine County?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's all PD shit.
I mean, why don't you just do the same thing? Just to
That's.
feel it?
They also brought back the hunting permits and licensing, but that's literally what it was before, so no effort.
I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that.
They copied a weed shit. The only most of our stuff is like 5 lines of meaningless bullshit. Whereas since Friday, we spent about 40 hours over the course of 4 days sitting in a room, like hours, like I'm talking 12 plus hours, writing legislation, reviewing it, etc., making it in a way that we can like actually build something for Los Santos County, and they've just kind of thrown it all out the wind. And they've got a new excuse for why they hate it every day. So
do you feel like you'll get to a point where you just have to say fuck this, BCSO / Blaine County / Andy, whoever will just have absolutely no jurisdiction in terms of city?
I think that's what it's going to have to come down to. I mean, I'm at the point where I'm hoping people repeal every single one of her pieces of legislation just to show that we are going to bite back and not be fucked with. You know what I mean?
Actually, I'm surprised she's still mayor.
Time to July 3rd, Blaine County.
I literally stopped.
What the fuck, Chris?
Dude, why would you even pull in, bro? You see a
Oh
whole bunch of
my!
people.
Sorry about that,
Why would you
sir.
even pull
Hey,
in?
I got 5 votes. Just saying. Sorry about that.
Good fucking shit.
Thank you.
I'm pulling.
Yeah.
I'm surprised she hasn't been really like. If there's still no like jurisdiction of anything, like, can Los Santos just fucking take her out of office?
That's yes, 100%. I mean, here's the thing, right? I mean, we're also, you have to understand that these guys took up 2 weeks of my time, which is why we had to work all this in the last week. Taking everyone from LSPD and making sure they're paid well and they're treated different. And then they come down here and they are taking all our budget money by bringing all the fucking suspects up north. It's gotten so bad that they're willing to split suspects just to get a bigger paycheck. Like, it literally disgusting, the shit they've been pulling. Oh, well, ask Vinny, this happened to you guys. I got a call from Rami the other day.
Meowdy.
What happened? I'm sorry.
They're splitting the suspects.
Oh yeah, so I've been arrested twice now and forced to go to Blaine County because or else they don't get paid when the crime happened in the city.
But that's not their problem.
Yeah, your arrest.
My arrest happened here,
happened in this
and the only way they get paid is if they bring me to Blaine County. So they forced me, and I was telling them, get me a lawyer. I don't want to go up there, and they told me I have no choice. It's their discretion.
So they can. I mean, did you sue them?
We tried to push legislation to give you guys the right to like deny it. Like, if you do the crime here, you get arrested here, you have the right to say, I want to be processed here. And they keep pushing back on it. So, and the worst thing is, I want to highlight this, is it's so bad that what do you call it? The whole rules around this legislation changed the day we posted all the legislation. We didn't even know till today.
Wouldn't the extended time to transport all the way up to Blaine County like fuck with due process?
No,
We've argued that, yeah.
Here's the thing, though. What they're doing is basically robbing the city of Los Santos. The crime happened in the city, where the city's supposed to be seeing that money for the individual that's getting arrested, but yet they're taking the individual and bringing them up north so Blaine County can be the ones that get paid for it. So the crime happens in the city. They ship you up. It's basically they're doing a highway robbery is what they're doing. They're literally ripping you out of it. Yeah, they're kidnapping you, bringing you up to Blaine County, and making you get processed up there. So they're taking money out of the city to go conduct the business up north. So they see the money up there.
Hang on, they're blatantly kidnapping you and taking you up there by force. And you can't sue for that.
The thing is, to me, how is that not illegal is beyond belief. How that should be illegal. They shouldn't be kidnapping suspects and forcing them to go up north so the Blaine County can get paid while the crime happened in Los Santos. And they're ripping out the money from the city.
Are you able to revoke their jurisdiction down here?
We've tried. They like I said, they got a lot of I'm pretty much, it's the PD versus the people. It literally is. I had both Blaine, the sheriff and the undersheriff. I swear to God, this is so fucking nasty. They tell me that all I'm doing is writing legislation for criminals. And I'm like, they're civilians. What are you talking about? Like, and they're like, okay. They gave me a sarcastic, okay. They want me to write shit for them. Consider this. They're repealing the the air thing because I want to make a civilian that gets signed off. PD signs off on someone and they become the person who gets to run the air shit. So we're trying to empower civilians, and they're over here saying that they want to control it all. They want to control the materials. They want PD to be able to control who runs the material shit. It's actually insane.
I'm actually confused real quick because why are they coming to you all the way from their county and crybabying to you when they should be going to fucking Andy and crying to him?
No. They don't cry to him. That's where you're wrong. When they do the appeals against his legislation, they just go directly to the DOJ. Nino's been trying to talk to them.
That's right.
And nobody wants to talk to Nino when somebody appeals a legislation.
And they'll tell me one thing. They'll tell me one thing, and then they'll make up a new reason why they have an issue.
And then Nino wakes up to his legislations that have been put through. They're all appealed, and he has no clue who did it and why it was done, because they basically went behind his back, fucked him over, and then it went above him and went directly to DOJ, where Nino purposely been saying multiple times, hey guys, if you have problems, come to me, we could talk about them and we could adjust things, whatever we can do. And nobody gives a fuck. They rather say, that's why it's a personal grudge and it's personal hatred toward Nino.
Yeah.
And that's why they're doing what they're doing.
I think it extends beyond that. It is a hatred towards what I represent, right? Like, consider who voted for me, right? They do not consider you guys people and members of this society. It's that simple. Because it's if they did, they would if it wasn't like that, then the problems that they brought up to me would not come from a PD versus everyone else perspective.
Another potential idea that you might have thought of already. What about the chain of command of the LSPD? Would they not be able to hold higher standing in their jurisdiction?
They're already getting bullied.
Really?
They're pushing UPD down our throat.
The hell is UPD?
It's a non-existent thing that Andy and Blaine County have made up. It's the idea that both PDs are together.
I mean, if it's not a thing, then like they can't really push anything unless it's legislation, right? That's why they're just calling it internally and appealing all our shit. They're forcing things on our behalf. It's really that simple. So that sounds so confusing.
It's
because if you're pushing something that doesn't exist, then how does that work?
if it's unified and the people in the chain of command are higher down here than the people on the scene, couldn't they give out like strikes or punishments to people that are removing people from where their ordered location? What if the high command ordered them to process people in here while in this jurisdiction? And if they violated that, could they not do something about that? Or...
No, unfortunately, it's gotten pretty insane. I want to put something in perspective. Is that the chief that I put in place has multiple years of experience with like managing individuals. She was a breath of fresh air. The moment she was appointed, these scumbags went around and started labeling her a fucking cadet and spreading all kinds of just nasty shit and mischaracterizations. And then members that like didn't want to see any change and accountability decided to go to Blaine County and transfer. There was a mass exodus, and none of this is nice. It really isn't. I think I've kind of gotten to the point where I've been trying to, try to play the nice guy, right? Give a lot of benefit of the doubt. But every little conversation, everything that I think affects the public and affects your day to day will be made absolutely transparent. By the end of this week, there's going to be, I think I'm going to be holding like a weekly meeting to invite everyone that wants the betterment of Los Santos to come, be able to review all the legislation we're pushing. And I will be also giving folks updates as to what I've been hearing and evidence behind it. And this includes the fact that most of the stuff you're going to hear on the street, it came from a hacked email. I had my laptop hacked by BCSO, and they were looking at meme legislation that never existed. It never left my laptop. So I'm battling things that don't even exist.
What the
So
fuck?
that
Yeah, it's
planned, I think that is.
yeah. I'm thinking
Sounds
about
like
suing them, to be honest.
Honestly, you might even like
It's easy.
that they are causing harm to Los Santos as a jurisdiction. Like, surely there's some sort of charge you can press against them for that, right? Because this is affecting us as a whole of a people.
That's exactly it. I think these detractors who lost the election and a very pro-county, Blaine County, are pushing the narrative that there was no discussions. I have been on the lemon list. I've put out notices, right? And like I said, most of the arguments are just stopping anything from moving forward. But I gotta start getting out there. My number's gonna be in the yellow pages. I'm probably gonna try to hold something after tsunami tomorrow morning as well. But right now, here's the fact of the matter: if we don't get yeses on everything, there's gonna be no businesses for a month, based on how the process works. And I can't solve the mechanic problem either, because all that stuff is repealed unless the votes go through.
And are the votes active now?
I'm sorry?
Are
The votes are active now. Yep.
Okay, I'll get
that is correct.
A bunch of folk over there.
And I can promise you this: anything that is actually of concern in that legislation, the intent is iterative process. As problems arise in the city, we go and update the legislation to make sure that it's working well. So definitely have a read through to it. It's not by any means, it's not perfect, but what is? You know what I mean? You have to try it before you know what the problems are, right? So,
Yeah, definitely.
all right. I
Where
appreciate
can I go
it.
to see this?
Before you go, Petard has sent me a text saying that there should be a skip option on the ballot if people just don't give a shit about it. Because like people are just gonna pick either yes or no and not give a fuck. If there was another option on those ballots to give people that option,
Yeah.
like they shouldn't be voting to begin with, but like
Yeah, that's kind of
we all know people are gonna do that. So
that's kind of the tough part, right? And why like this narrative was working so well is that there is no easy way to view the stuff. You got to go to the government website. And while we've been having the dialogue on there as well in the city, it's just a simple vote. So people can just like make up whatever narrative they want of how demonizing it is. And then, but I will never, my office is never going to know what the concerns are, you know, because there's no way to get feedback unless I get a call directly. But even if I get a call directly, like, how do I know who they represent? You know what I mean? So it's, okay. Anyways, I appreciate everyone's time here. Like I said, you know, please take a look at the legislation when you can. Please pass on the message. And, you know, I'm definitely going to be pushing to repeal everything in Blaine County, give them a piece of their own medicine until the process changes. Like, this needs to be a representative democracy, not a fucking whatever the hell this is.
Yeah, honestly, sue the fuck out of them too while you're at it. Like you said, defamation that's an easy one.
That's a good point. I like that. Yeah. I've got.
Well, you also said they hacked your like personal laptop.
Yeah.
So that's like. I don't know if there's any legislation on hacking if it's legal, but they didn't seem like it was.
Yeah.
I mean, they
like
access
a
these,
legal thing. Yeah.
It sounds like they access.
Like it was a malicious
shit
hacking.
without permission.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it's a search and seizure.
100%. Okay.
Well, was it cops that did it? Sorry, I'm out of loop.
Yeah, it was the cops.
Isn't the marshals meant to slap down the cops whenever they fuck up like that?
I mean, who knows? To be honest, who fucking knows? But I'm only now looking into it now. I was gonna put it aside, but you know, after the narratives that they're spinning, like gloves are off. Like,
give it to them, Nino. Fuck
hell
off.
yeah! Please do go to vote. Bring everyone down there. And listen, if anyone's down to go and repeal all of Blaine County shit, you only need 25 signatures. Give me a call if you're down to do it. Because the only way that I genuinely think that there can be change and make this is to show them how much it affects slowing it down, right? All right. I appreciate y'all's time.
Damn.
Fucking get on it. Fuck, they want to fuck.